I have a friend, Francisca, and Francisca is from Chile. She's bilingual because she spent a year of her life studying abroad in Canada. Now, Francisca, when she was 14 years old, she told me that she visited Disney World with her family. Now, while she was in Disney World, she was in line for a ride, and an older white woman bumped into her. Now, Francisca said, "Perdón," out of reflex, which is, "excuse me," in Spanish. And this older white woman turned to her and yelled in her face, "Go back to Mexico." Now, when Francisca told me this, I was deeply saddened and hurt and a little embarrassed that someone from my country would treat someone from her country in this way. And it made me reflect on the importance of understanding other people's culture and cultural competency. So what is cultural competence? It is when we understand, appreciate, and are educated about other people's cultures. And it is very important because it allows us to increase our ability to make social connections, to have a more productive workplace, and to have joy in our lives. And we all need this because all of us talk to people every single day. Most of us work or go to the grocery store or interact with anyone that may be different from us. And so it's important that we are culturally competent in order to be able to improve these areas of our lives. And one place that we spend a lot of time is at work. Now, when we're in a workplace, we don't get to choose who we work with most of the time. There are people from diverse cultures and backgrounds, and this can be a really, really good thing when we learn to make it a good thing. Communication in the workplace is more productive when we are culturally competent. There was a study done in 2016 that says cultural education is presumed to be a key factor for achieving a significant increase of cultural sensitivity and cultural awareness in order to ensure successful cross-cultural communication and increase mobility of students and working professionals. Now, basically, this quote is saying when we are aware of other cultures, we are more able to interact with people, and therefore our work is more productive. Now, not only will our company be more productive when we're culturally conscious, but we will be able to boost the morale of our office. When people feel safe, when people feel seen and heard, regardless of skin color, gender, or class, they are happier. They are more excited to come to work. And this can help people in their personal lives as well. But the workplace isn't the only place that we communicate with others. The most common place to communicate with others is with friends, family, acquaintances at the grocery store, wherever they may be. And cultural competence is equally as important in our personal lives. Now, in order to be able to interact with people from other cultures, we first must understand ourselves. Where do we come from? Why do we believe what we believe? And there was a study done in 2014 analyzing this, and this was one of their conclusions. Having a clear and confident understanding of one's cultural identity is important for psychological well-being as it clarifies one's understanding of personal identity. We propose that a clear cultural identity clarifies one's personal existence by providing a clear normative template, reducing personal uncertainty. Now, when we reduce this personal uncertainty, we are able to reach out. We're able to make more connections. But one thing that many of us fall victim to is stereotypes. When we don't have a great cultural competence, we tend to stereotype other people, and this can be extremely harmful. For example, my friend in Disneyland, that woman obviously stereotyped her and assumed that all people that speak Spanish in the United States are from Mexico. So it's important in our personal communication that we understand our own communication, and when we are understanding our own cultures and communications, we are able to reach other people better. And this opens doors, this opens relationships to have opportunities that we normally wouldn't have. For example, I spend a lot of time in Argentina, as I mentioned. And when I first got there, I understood what it felt like to be the odd man out. I didn't speak the language, I didn't eat the same foods, I didn't understand what was going on, why people were kissing me on the cheek or getting so excited about a soccer game. But I found that as I embraced this culture, as I learned about it, as I talked to people, as I spent time in their homes, ate what they ate, watched what they watched, I was happier. I had experiences that I never would have had. And it truly brought me joy. And this isn't the only time in my life that this has happened. I spent 6 weeks this summer in Europe, in 3 different countries. And I made the goal to have the best experience that I could. And the way that I did this was by eating things I normally wouldn't eat, learning about the culture. For example, this is me eating some snails in France. I talked to people on the streets. I asked them about their lives. And this made me happier. This was a way for me to feel joy in my life. And I was able to form relationships that I normally wouldn't be able to form. And so it really just proves the importance of cultural competency. A quote from an online article states that gratitude enhances our well-being, strengthens relationships, and promotes a positive outlook on life. Cultural diversity, on the other hand, enriches our perspectives, fosters creativity, and promotes social cohesion. Together, gratitude and cultural diversity create a tapestry of appreciation and understanding that is crucial for the growth and progress of our global community. And this is it. When we're culturally competent, we can progress in our global community. We can be better citizens. And cultural competency can help us, as stated, in the workplace, in our personal lives, and it can open doors that will bring us joy. And this is all very important. This is important things that we all need in our lives. And I challenge each one of you to look at your life, analyze yourself right now, and think, am I culturally competent? Where can I be better? Where am I doing a good job? And I challenge you to pick something specific. It can be a Google search on people that you might not know much about. It can be talking to someone at the grocery store that you don't recognize. It could be many different things. I encourage you to get out in the world. If you have the means to travel, have new experiences, and be open to things. And when we do this, when we increase our cultural competency in our communication, it betters our lives and it will better the world little by little.